Time now for a morning rush. Today, city councilors are set to discuss how they plan to pay for speeding cameras. In October, the council signed legislation starting the automated speed enforcement program. Since then, 5 cameras have been placed throughout the city. By the end of the month, those caught speeding will be getting a ticket. Gallup police are still searching this morning for a missing father and his 2 children. They say 35-year-old Myron McCabe and his children, 8-year-old Myra McCabe and 4-year-old Myris McCabe, were last seen at their apartment around 8:30 yesterday morning. Anyone with information, you're asked to contact Gallup police immediately. 3 people are recovering this morning after being shot near 4th and Central. Details still limited, but APD officers responded to the scene around 2 o'clock yesterday morning. Reported gunshots being fired in that area. They say 3 people have been shot. They were sent to the hospital. They have not identified a suspect in this case. Madison.
A storm system is on its way in from the Pacific Northwest, bringing potentially damaging wind gusts into the state tomorrow through Wednesday before we warm back up for the rest of the week.
The Ukrainian military says it's regained control of the area around Kyiv, but as Russians were leaving the area, a series of grim discoveries were found outside of the city as more than 400 civilian victims were found. Russia has asked the UN Security Council to convene a meeting to discuss what happened in Kyiv, saying that they did not commit war crimes. The House of Representatives has okayed a bill to decriminalize marijuana at the federal level. Democrats say it's time the government catch up with states which have legalized marijuana, including New Mexico. The bill is slated for a Senate vote come this month. Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson is on her way to becoming the first black woman appointed to the nation's highest court. Today, members of the Senate Judiciary Committee will vote on whether to recommend her nomination for a full Senate vote. If the 11 Democrats tie the vote with the yes, they can file a discharge motion to secure a full Senate vote by the end of the week. We'll follow it for you. Madison.
We are waking up to some strong winds this morning, but they will get even stronger as we go into this afternoon. We'll still hit temperatures in the 70s for our Monday.
The Santa Fe Rail Runner is looking for feedback on its service from you. In a survey, they're asking people how often they rode the train before and after COVID, the reason why they took the train, what kind of ticket they used, and what days they generally ride. Head over to our website, KRQE.com, to let them know about your experience on the Rail Runner. 4 shoplifters are waking up behind bars this morning for stealing more than $2,600 of merchandise. Santa Fe police say the arrests were part of the Operation Shopping Cart, which focuses on retail theft in Santa Fe. They say they'll continue that operation through the remaining month. An update for you on the 6-year-old Albuquerque girl who made a miracle recovery. It's been nearly a year since 6-year-old Abigail Giesler fell 15 feet from her second-story half wall, completely shattering a portion of her skull. There are some major improvements, though, after a recent surgery, according to her parents. Madison.
All right, let's take a quick peek at the morning drive. We do have a slight slowdown on I-40 East near 4th Street, and this is a look at our big eye camera, but so far everything is looking good besides that.
Florida Key's 41st annual 7-mile bridge run drew in nearly 1,500 participants this year. This year's event raised over $500,000 for youth-related activities. Looks like a pretty neat run, doesn't it?
For the 5 facts, at number 5, we do have happening today, the Hospitality Industry Education Foundation and the New Mexico Restaurant Association will be hosting the 19th annual New Mexico Prostart Invitational in Albuquerque. The event will be hosting more than 75 top Prostart students from across the state to demonstrate leadership in culinary and management. Students have a shot at winning a share of $1 million in scholarships. The first place winner will be crowned state champions and will head to the National Prostart Invitational in Washington, D.C. this summer.
Wow, that sounds like a good get. $1 million in scholarships. Good for them. Good luck.
Oh, yeah.
Number 4 now, we do give you an update on the 6-year-old Albuquerque girl who made a miracle recovery. You might remember the story. It's been nearly a year since 6-year-old Abigail Giesler fell 15 feet from her second-story half wall, completely shattering a portion of her skull. Since then, that piece has been missing, leaving her vulnerable and forcing her to wear a helmet. They are now seeing some major improvements, though, thanks to surgery that she had to undergo about 2 weeks ago. Her recovery is far from over, but her parents say they're already noticing some improvements in her conversation skills. If you want to see her story from the beginning, go to our website. That's KRQE.com.
At number 3, we have a storm system on its way in, bringing potentially damaging wind gusts by tomorrow and sticking around until Wednesday. Today, we also are waking up with some winds, but it's going to die down here in a little bit and then pick right back up with a chance of some showers in some spots.
On to number 2 now. Listen up, folks. Take a look at your TV screens. Gallup police are still searching this morning for a missing father and for his 2 children. There's their pictures on your screen. They say 35-year-old Myron McCabe and his 2 children, 8-year-old Myra McCabe and 4-year-old Myris McCabe, were last seen at their apartment around 8:30 yesterday morning. Myron is described as being 5 feet 5 inches tall with brown eyes, and he's bald. Myra is described as being 3 feet tall with brown eyes and shoulder-length hair. Myris is also 3 feet tall with brown eyes and black hair. He was last seen wearing his Paw Patrol pajamas. If you know anything about their whereabouts or what may have happened to them, you're asked to call the Gallup police immediately. Finally, number 1 for you on this Monday morning. Today's city councilors are set to discuss how they plan to pay for the speeding cameras. In October, you might remember the council signed legislation starting the automated speed enforcement program. Since then, 5 cameras have been placed throughout the city. By the end of this month, those caught speeding, you will be getting a ticket. The city says they may bring 10 more cameras to place throughout the city by next year. If you want more details on the program, go to our website, krqa.com, or download our KRQE News app.